So, if you didn't know, PlayStation have just shut down BluePoint Games, and I, just like you, dear viewer, am also very confused by this decision. What do you mean he shut it down? But it is true, unfortunately. This was confirmed by a Sony spokesperson, where roughly 70 employees will lose their jobs amid the studio closure. A PlayStation spokesperson said, written in a statement, that the decision was made following a recent business review. BluePoint will officially shutter next month. Now, if you don't know who BluePoint Games are, they are the studio behind a lot of your favorite remakes and remasters, such as Demon Souls, Shadow of the Colossus, and the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. They also did some support for God of War Ragnarok, which was during the time where they were acquired by Sony in 2021, after they made the Demon Souls remake, and they just basically did nothing but the support for God of War Ragnarok during that time. Then, about a year ago, we found out that there was a cancelled God of War live service game that was being made by none other than BluePoint Games, which was, I know, a very odd choice to pick. You just picked a studio that was primarily known for working on single player games or story driven games, basically. But Herman Hulst thought that was a very amazing idea to just force them to work on a live service game. This was when Sony shifted their focus to live service games from single player story games. The project went nowhere, as you can guess, and it was cancelled. And after that, they were just basically working on pitches, and there was also a potential rumor that they were working on another live service game other than the God of War one. And then, bam, out of the blue, we just got the news that they were dropped by Herman Hulst and they shutting them down for good in March, which is crazy because this is one of their most talented studios that made one of the few games that are considered good for the PS5, and one of the few games that actually came with the launch of the PS5 as an exclusive. And if you read his statement, the guy says nothing but praises. So, like, what is the reason? Like, what could they possibly achieve by shutting them down and firing all the employees? Yes, firing. According to some sources, none of the employees were offered jobs elsewhere in Sony. Like, usually, when you shut down a studio, some of the employees might get transferred to a different studio because they're valued employees. You need the talent. That didn't happen. So make of that what you will. Like, I really don't know what they were thinking. Like, the sheer stupidity of having, like, you buy them and do nothing with them for 5 years, and then you just say they aren't profitable. And I quote, this is what Herman said in his statement. At the same time, we're operating in an increasingly challenging industry environment. Rising development costs, slowed industry growth, challenged player behavior, and broader economic headwinds are making it harder to build games sustainably. It's like, all right, so if you read the whole statement, it just feels weird. The jump about how they should be making good games and stay strong and resilient in these challenging times. To, as a result, we will be shutting down Bluepoint in March. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, when I saw the Demon Souls remake, I was legit hyped because thought there was more to come from them. I was legit expecting these guys to make a Bloodborne remaster or a remake, or even a Dark Souls 1 remake. Like, imagine a Dark Souls 1 remake from that same studio. It's just like any remaking of the classic From Software games. It's just like, why, man? Why? This is literally Herman Hulst right now. He could have had this, but decided to do this. Make it make sense, man. This guy is just straight up doubling down on live service games that are most likely going to flop in 2 weeks, and just cause them to shut down more studios in order to keep on making more live service slop games like Concord or the upcoming Horizon live service game, or Fair Game Dollar Sign, which, by the way, he did say that Concord would be PlayStation's new Star Wars, which, I mean, just speaks for itself on how out of touch these suits are. And by the way, Fair Game Dollar Sign's co-founder was fired due to the very negative, allegedly, due to the very negative feedback from the playtest they had, and it's still going on even after Concord. Like, this is just self-sabotage. They are against making money. Like, I think what it boils down to is that even if they gave them a project to work on that isn't live service, it would have taken them at least 3 to 4 years until launch. While on the other hand, they have Fair Game Dollar Signs, which, yes, may have a near 0% chance of success or making a profit for them, but it's near launch. They could take it. It's like, it makes more sense to just continue on with it and shut down Bluepoint. They haven't done anything in 5 years. They have 70 employees. Just need to make more money, more room for the money to go to live service games. So yeah, in summary, we have lost another talented studio that was acquired by a big company. Like, this is something you would expect from Microsoft's Xbox and not PlayStation. This legit angers me because the small chance of us getting a Bloodborne remake has basically gone down back to zero. I have a feeling that this won't be the last studio to be sacrificed just to make or save more money and keep the live service slot being made. Like, when are they gonna learn that live service isn't always gonna work? You can't just have anything be like Fortnite. They expect every live service game they make to turn out just like Fortnite. It just, they can't keep on going on like this. So yeah, guys, this is the video, and yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, and please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.